Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Psychic Hour today. I jumped on as quickly as I could, but I am a little bit behind the time, and I will be bustling out today too as well. So we're figuring out how to fit everything in, but away we go when we get there. Hello. So we're going to be opening up the space for readings in just a little bit. I'm going to be trying to bounce around while I'm here and try to get a couple people in. And I just want to say hello to everybody. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, me and my shadow. And then let me see on Veronica's page. They might have another show going on right now. Let me see. Probably do. But hello to everybody who is here. And we're going to do a mixture of things. We're going to take some numerology, because why not? Do some cards, do some color readings. Hello, Mystical. Hello, Jennifer. Hello. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Evelyn always brings in the chair. She's like, woohoo. Thank you. Hello, me and my shadow. Hello, Mystical. Hello, Mary. Hello, Katie. Hello, Jennifer McCormick. It's lovely to see you too. Thank you, everybody. Please come on in and share the love. I'm always grateful. Here, let's get everybody saying hello to one another. So, well, if you'd like to ask a question about energy or psychic experiences or energy with how it works psychically, away you go. But if not, let's open the space fresh off the gate with readings, because I don't have as much time as I normally do. I'm going to try to see if I can get back this weekend if I have a moment. But please, so who's ever open for a reading, let me know in the comments. Put down open. Hello, Jennifer. Hello. Lots of love. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you. The happiness, the waves. Thank you. If you'd like to have your numbers read, you can just put down your birth date, and that's how I'll go to you as well. This is the Psychic Hour, so we are doing life readings. If we connect to a loved one spirit, that is going to happen just naturally as we are connecting to your life first. Okay, so that's the difference between psychic and mediumship. Sometimes we do mediumship shows, everybody, but we are doing the Psychic Hour today. So thank you. And also the way that I work is when I choose you, I will be drawn to whoever I go to, but I will ask, hey, do you have a question or would you like a general? And so if you can let me know that, and as well as if you can understand the information that I'm giving you, I will ask you, and that's how I know I'm in your energy and working with you. So thank you. Hello, Shannon. Hello, Dominic. Hello, Carol. Hello. Thank you for coming on in. Evelyn is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Gosh, yeah. Hey, please, Evelyn. Thank you for letting me know that. Always, you're welcome to message me to let me know if anything really resonated for you. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Okay, so I feel drawn to working with Katie first. Katie Newkirk. Hello, Carol. Hello, Allison. Thank you, everybody, for coming on in. All right, so let's open up the space with Katie. And Katie, would you like a general or specific question with the reading? Can you just let me know? I'm just doing your numbers for a second as I'm waiting. So you're in attitude 4. You are personal day 5. And you are a life path 6. 1. Yep. Okay. And then you are in a cycle of 5. All right. General is great. Okay. Absolutely. Thank you, Katie. You just let me know if This is resonating as it comes up. So, Katie, like right away, you are an attitude 4. So this is somebody who works best when they are organized and regimented. That doesn't sound like the funnest word, but some people need that energy in order to go, we're all in place. Now let's just let loose. Okay. We've done the responsible stuff. Away we go. And so you really need your ducks in a row. You really need to be organized in order to feel like you. And so that's important. Your energy will completely change once you give yourself a little bit time in that capacity. Also, it's very important for you to take in information and not rush. Okay, like 4 is the number of knowledge. It is the number of analyzing, where you are making sure that one thing follows the next and follows the next. So just looking at your energy for a second, it's good to know that this exists within you. I know that sometimes life goes really fast for you, Katie, if you can understand this. So this is something that you've had to develop. And it's almost like you get a lot of flyby situations, unique people, unique circumstances. And so life kind of makes you go, well, would be nice, sure, but thank you. Yes, resonates, not organized. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. Would be nice, but you're starting to understand to not react to life and the external, but rather the internal. Okay, so our attitude number showcases who we are and how we move most effortlessly and freely. And sometimes the world or the way that we have raised goes against what actually makes us feel most comfortable. So it's very perplexing, but once we get into the group, we're like, oh, okay, this works most effectively. Okay, that's great. That's great. So I encourage you to cocoon. You're saying, see. Okay, thank you for understanding. So I encourage you to cocoon as you continue to discover what really feels good for you. Because you're really empathetic. So sometimes you're just like, okay, like, it's kind of like with ice cream. Like maybe you really like Rocky Road, but like mint chip isn't that bad either. And you're eating mint chip with your friend and you're like, you know what? I really, really, really love mint chip. Like I love it normally. And then my friend's loving it. It must be the greatest thing in the world. But really, you're kind of a more Rocky Road person. Like Rocky Road is your number one spot. Okay. So cocoon, like really take in what you really need to safeguard, or is your top choices, your top feelings, your top ideas. Okay, and that takes time. That is not just a I wish I had that would be nice thing. That takes time. Even if you know it, it takes time to figure out what's behind that and what to do with it and how to act. So there's something about that that's really important that's coming into place. You are a nurturer. Thank you for understanding this. You are a nurturer. You are a caregiver to others, people and animals just naturally. You have a life path 6. So that is the maternal role. You will learn how to walk the maternal role throughout your life, about how you can give to people and how you can create spaces where you show up for others, and to remember not to forget yourself along the way. Okay, you're in a cycle of 5. So when I see a cycle of 5 show up for a person, it always showcases change of job in some way, or change of scenery. So sometimes it's moving and sometimes it's a big trip traveling. Okay, so however it hits, this is a year where you need change, you need movement, you need to feel alive by doing something different. And this is very good for you. Sometimes the differences can be in the familiar, and we just like transition a little bit. So sometimes a certification comes into play with this number, like a different tool of the trade. Yes, change resonates. So sometimes we can extend on what we're already doing. We don't need massive change, okay, but we definitely need change. I do feel like change within home life, personal life, but within work for you, not exactly big change. It's like tweaking. We're gonna adjust some things. We're going to move some things around and make it better. Okay, finding what really resonates. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's like the biggest thing coming up for you is that take time for yourself to figure out what you really want. And being methodical is good for your energy, right? That's just for the important stuff. You can still be spontaneous if you want to, but being methodical will actually garner you a lot of good stuff for your nervous system and quality of life. All right, Katie, I am giving that to you, and thank you for understanding. Trying to focus on myself more. Yeah, it's good. It's good. This year it encourages you to focus on yourself, but actually go out and meet people and try new experiences. So get back into the mix with other people, but like be very like you focused while you're with other people. 5 is basically like the freedom number. So it's like they'll bounce around, meet a bunch of people, but they'll just be like, I'm doing it because I want to do it. I'm here because I want to do it, not because I was obligated to come to a party or I needed to meet my friend at this time. They're there because they want to have fun. So if you can, make it the year of fun, but also it's the year of change. All right. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to go to Allison. Allison. Thank you, Katie. I'm glad it resonates. Thank you. Allison. Okay. I guess I'm drawn to the numbers today. I should have made it the numerology hour today. I'll do a mix still, everybody. So Allison, and you're like, will things be okay when I return to work on Monday? Please. Thank you. All right. So let's look in some places. So attitude 6, personal day 6, and then 1964. So life path 8. Well, it kind of makes sense why you're asking that question. I just want to look at one more number. Yeah. And we're in February. And on Monday, you'll be in March. So that's important to note. That's important to note. 7, 9. Okay, well, all right, let's talk about some things. Well, first of all, we just got to talk about who you are, because who you are transcends the problem. It transcends the solution. It transcends the problem, because where we go, that's the energy that we bring, and it's a mirror that's put up in front of other people, and it lets us know through other people like about who we are, right? We show the mirror to others, and they show the mirror to us, and we start to go, oh, I guess that's a part of myself that I need to know about. Whether I'm, attracting certain situations, or my boundary choices with certain situations. Okay. Okay. First of all, like, you have a very strong energy. Okay. So you have 2 6s and an 8. And again, as I'm doing the numerology hour, I am pointing out real energy placements within your chart, but I wish I could see more of your chart. Okay. So I'm just going to clarify it like that, Allison. But you have actually very strong energy. Okay. And so the 6 makes you like really a take charge kind of person, as well as your 8. And you want to do things right. You want to do things well. You want to help out. So it can really hurt when you're putting in a bunch of effort and people around you kind of aren't getting it. They're not getting what you're doing, because you're there for them. in a lot of ways. Like, you're quite selfless with how you show up with your intention. Now, you want things to, thank you for understanding. You want things to be right. You want things to be well. And that's when the disconnect sometimes happens. And that's where you have to like step back and just think about yourself for a second. So a life path 8 and you have a life path 8, they are natural rebels. Not always because they want to be, it's because they're just like, this is the right way to do it. So I'm going to, you can't change that, right? So I'm going to feel odd about it, or I'm going to let you know, but there's going to be friction in the air if people are not believing the better way, believing what is real, believing what's going on. And so again, it is the number of truth. So if people are not being responsible managers or leaders, friction is very naturally in the air because truth is contested. With the numbers that you have, I would, and I say this to people with lots of 8s, or I say this to people who have a mixture of 6 and 8s. I would look into getting into more. Thank you for understanding. I would look into getting into a company, or within the company that you work at, like a management level role, or a role that gives you a lot more freedom and flexibility. Okay, this is the classic archetype where like people like will butt heads with others who are not willing to do the work, or who are not being kind or considerate, or giving space. Okay, so the only kind of remedy for this is to have more freedom within your role, or to get a different type of role. Okay. You asked me about, will it change on Monday? The energy will surprisingly change a little bit on Monday. You are in a 9-month. We talk about numbers of months and years. So you're in a 9-month. So that means something kind of went to the completion. There was whether it's like a corporate, or whether it is the work culture that got mixed up. That's very foreseeable in the February energy. I feel like there was like a meeting about this, if you can understand, or there either will be or there was, but it's like this was not just a talking between two people, if you can understand this. But in March, you get a 1. And so 1 is like, I feel like I can go forward, or I want a fresh start. So the energy does change. I will say that I'm not sure for how long it's going to stay that way for. Okay. But you're going to feel a slight shift. Thank goodness. Thank you for understanding. Okay. Thank you for understanding. But right, like this problem isn't just going to go away, and there was already multiple kind of people involved, as you understand. You're also in a cycle of 7, and that's like for the whole year. And this is about pulling back and deep introspection, like the whys of why you've chosen things, is your job, and how you put your time and energy. Is that aligning for you? And I feel like this situation has come up, or not, like things not aligning within the job sphere has come up last year too as well. Okay, so this is not a new situation for this year. Even though we're like kind of fresh into the year a little bit, this has occurred before. I would, again, it's like the only way this is going to resolve itself is if you get freedom to be you, or if you change your position. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm giving to you. And thank you for understanding the information that, is prior. Yeah, Allison, that's as succinctly as I can put it. I just don't feel like, I feel like your manager too is somebody who tries to be on top of things. So it's not like the situation is going to kind of have breathing room. It's going to be reviewed, and you're going to be watched, and that doesn't feel good. So yes, I can take it. Yes, I can take. Yes, you can take what part? I'm just making sure I understand. Oh, you can take the information. Okay. That's what, okay. I understand now. Okay. So, yeah, think about these things. Next year, um, uh, next year, I feel like the energy will be different regardless of what you do. It just will be different, but it just feels like you need to address this within what the situation means to you, regardless of what is being given to you. You have to make a stand for what's right for you. That might be staying, that might be going, but you have to make a stand for what this all means to you rather than will it change? Will it be over with? Can I move forward? You will only move forward when you figure out what this means to you and how you want to handle it. I promise you that with the energy that you have and the energy that I'm feeling. Right. Thank you for validating that. Yes. Yes. I honestly, like, next year, I actually feel like there will be different people like in play next year. So that's kind of interesting, but I don't think the problem goes away. Okay. So that's where I'm going to end with you. This only gets resolved if you figure out what this means to you and what you want to do about it. Okay. Because the other people are not on the same page as you and it's not getting understood. And that's definitely the essence of the problem in the short term. Absolutely. Okay. You will, yeah, you will even out the uncomfortableness if you work with that short term and long term. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Allison. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna go to Christy Wilson. Christy. Hi, Christy. I'm a life path master 11. My soul urge is master 22. Your soul urge, so you're talking about like and I always double check because in different types of numerology, like they can have crossover meanings and crossover applications that sometimes don't line up the same. So Christy, when you are mentioning your soul urge number, are you mentioning your vowels? You're adding up the vowels within your name? And are you only doing Christy and Wilson? So not the middle name. So let me know about that. But your life path you're saying is a number 11. And yeah, the more master numbers that we have, it's the number one thing is weight of responsibility and lessons. That is a theme within master numbers. You are given responsibilities. People are more likely to take a gamble on you, whether it goes well or not. That's the shifting sands and the weight that swings with the master number. But there is this pocket of life that invites you to try something more always. And life really opens up to let you try more. And once you figure it out and go through the lessons, you can walk with some really weighty energy. You have it naturally, but you have to come into it. So that is a theme. Like the 11 is the wounded healer. So it's about not fitting in with family or friends sometimes or peers, or and surmounting that. Okay, so coming out a leader and coming out of that situation, somebody who's very inclusive and open-minded. Okay, so it's about like rising past the circumstances. And the beautiful thing is there's energy in there to help you rise past the circumstances. So please always know that, like, if you're given a complicated chart or a lofty chart, you are given the energy to get past it as well. Sure, you'd have to talk about the mechanisms of the number. Sure, sure. Christy, let's see. You're saying, woohoo, I'm here. And you're like, yes. I think vowels. I don't know. I got it from numerology.com. Okay, Christy. Let me just double check something. Oh no. You know, one time I had a friend, we were at dinner and they were like, hey, like, can you tell me something about my chart? And they're like, I put in my numbers, so you don't have to do, you know, the work. I calculated them. And it was like something like a numerology site. And I was just like, oh, cool. Like, let's check it out. And I'm like, wait a second. And I don't even know why it happened. I don't know how it happened, but the calculator was wrong. And so I had to systematically go with my friend, just go like, you see, like 1, 2, 3, like, trust me, it's not what the numerology calculator said. So let me just double check. You're making me laugh. Yeah. That would be right, not fitting in. But in the end, you get more comfortable with yourself than most people would be in a lifetime. So that's lovely. Okay, so you probably did your middle name, and so you don't. How can I put this? Different numerologists use different rules. Okay, and like for me, like one of my rules is I don't touch your middle name unless I'm looking at your overall birth name, and talking about like where you've been and what you were born into, and also like the energy of your life. Okay. So when it comes to the consonants and the vowels, like I ignore your middle name because I'm working with your current energy. All right. So if you're wondering of like, well, why wouldn't you touch my middle name? I touch it, but in a different way and at a different time, in a different context. Okay. So, all right. And then as I was talking, let me just double check my work. I think you're like a 4, like you said. I think you're a 4. So you could be right. Now I want to like let me get my calculator because I can do what the number is, but to actually like get it really quick, like double check my work if it's exactly that. I'm just gonna do it. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like it's bigger, even though it comes out to be a 4 at the same time. So 7, 9, 6. So I got a 31 rather than a 22. And let me just double check. Yeah, 1, 1, 1. So yeah, okay. So yeah, so I'm not getting the 22 soul. I won't say that because it could be taken from somewhere else. It could be soul urgement might mean something else on another site, right? Which is not. So all I can say is you are a soul. With the way that I do numerology, so Pythagorean numerology, you are a soul 31. You're a soul 31. So you have the lessons of finding your joy and living out your joy through like being detailed about life. Okay, so you catch the things that other people don't catch. Like you're able to savor things that other people would overlook, if you can understand this, Christy. And so let me get down to where you're talking. Christy, where are you? You're saying, wait, so you would use your merit? Oh, that's Shannon. I'm clicking the wrong person now. Shannon, to answer your question, within numerology, so the names, calculating names is tricky because you have to know what you're calculating for. Okay, so everybody, if you ever want to calculate your name about like what's going on with you currently, then you take your current name. So if you're married and you've legally changed your name, you're looking at your married name, and you're not using your middle name unless you publicly use it. Okay? So, like, gosh, uh, who has a two name, like a Cheryl Lee or a Mary Ann, or I don't know, a Mary Sue, right? That could be your first name, or some people have combined their middle name into their first name. It just depends, right? You only include your middle name if you publicly, identify yourself as that, and people go, oh, like that's Mary Sue, not Mary. Like, oh, that's Bobby David, right? And everyone knows him as Bobby David, not Bobby. They know you as Bobby David. So I hope that answers that, because that's how you're reading your current energy, who you are, what you're going for, how you walk through the world. Okay, and then everybody watch out with the Y's, because they can be consonants or vowels, and you have to know how that fits. Okay, cool. Thank you. So, Christy, I have a 31 soul for you. And yes, this is about like understanding that you like taking information in. People sometimes could and I don't know if Wilson is your maiden name, or if you changed it, but just based on your name, sometimes people don't understand you because they think like you know too much, or they're either intimidated, or they feel like it's know-it-all energy. And really, you're just kind of here to help, and you're perceptive. And so as long as you're just like, like I like information, and I'm just here to help, and la-di-dee, la-di-da, and you just go on your merry way, and you know that your life is better because of it. Like, you are in the brightness of your soul, okay? So that's what comes up. And then you gave me your numbers too as well. And then Shannon, oh gosh, I'm glad I tuned in. How cool. Thanks for the information. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's just one way to read, Shannon. There's many other different types of numerology, but I've gotten very, very accurate results where you have to focus on the current energy. You can look at the name you were born into to understand of some of the energy that you entered the world with, things like that. Okay. So let me know if you can understand any of these things, Christy. And let me look. You gave me your numbers too, so like I'm scrolling up. 225. And you gave me. Oh, you just had your birthday 2 days ago, Christy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. That's amazing. Okay. So that would definitely solidify. We talked about not being able to relate to people sometimes because you're an attitude 9, and 9s are either super humanitarian, like, they're all about the people, or they're just like, I can't understand people. And usually it's somewhere in the mix. Even when they can't understand people, they're still trying to help people. It's a weird thing that comes up. You are a personal day 7, and then you are a life path 2. Okay. So yeah, really compassionate energy that you have, and you walk you talked about the 11. You walk the way of the healer. You really do, with your attitude 9 and your life path 2. You are in a cycle of 1. So this is a really good year. It's not always easy, but this is a really good year, Christy, for you, because you get to reset a lot of the things that have happened over 10 years. Okay, you get to step into being a new part of yourself, and you actually, if you can understand, like, you believed you could do things, but now you're like believing that, like, taking a step and doing it, like, so what is the next step, like the action. How can I put it? You can believe that an idea resonates, like, that's me, and yeah, I should do it. But it's another level to just go like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it because why not? And I feel like it's just something that I can do because I'm a human on Earth, and let's do it. And then let me see. Let me get caught up to your comments. Oh yes, I can't seem to get enough knowledge. Oh, thank you. I didn't see that before. And you're saying thank you. So this year, because you're in a cycle 1, is a redefinition of self and like putting yourself out there. And I feel like you're gonna have fun with it. I feel like it's not gonna be like you have everything figured out, even though you know what you want to do and you kind of know some of the stuff as you go forward. Just let it naturally transpire, and it will be what it will be. But I encourage you to like give people a chance. And I feel like you've been like thinking about that again. And I feel like that's what this year is about. Like giving people a chance, talking to people, partnering with people. I encourage you to do a mixture of your own thing and partnering. Okay. You have to come into grounding of your dream. And so, your dream, whether it's the right person or the wrong person that helps, regardless, your dream is untouched and you're untouched. And then as you go forward, you'll just have the right people fall into place. And it won't be a matter of, oh, the people were crap. It's just a matter of, okay, well, my dream was amazing. And then you're gone and you're gone. And sure, you're here now. And life is interesting. Okay. You're saying it's been a rough start this year, but truly things will work out. Absolutely. Thank you. I do feel like, you just kind of got to keep knocking on that door. Okay. You got to keep knocking on that door, and, it's going to be better than last year. Okay. Let me know if you have a question with that, but Christy, I'm going to give that to you. And that's just a little bit about what's going on. So we're doing readings, everybody. Let me do a couple of cards for everybody. I want to bounce. Who has the birthday? Carol has the birthday. Someone else has the birthday. And happy birthday to you, Christy. That's right. Happy birthday. Where's Carol? Carol, are you still here? You have a birthday? Carol Johnson? Oh, she has a birthday coming up, like in a couple weeks. And Charlene does too. And and then maybe they were saying happy birthday to Christy. I'm figuring it all out. Your 75th. Oh, that's a big birthday coming on up. Okay, Carol, I'll pull a card for you, okay? I know you put down your numbers. Maybe I'll mention something like that too, but I'm going to bounce around. Michael Christopher and Jennifer Lee are coming up in just like 30 minutes. So I'm going to do a couple quick ones, and then I'm going to get their show ready, and away they go. So it's not like there is a lack of content, let me tell you. Absolutely, Christy. Thank you. Gosh, where were you? Put it down. Where were you? Carol, you gave me your numbers, and I have to go find them again. There we go. I found them. Okay. So, Carol, slow and steady is a good approach for you, but you already know that. And also, this is something I think you would know about yourself by now, but when you speak up, people listen. When you speak up, people listen. You have a serious nature to you, and it's one that people will actually gravitate to rather than repel against for the most part. So use that always to your advantage. Your voice is listened to. You have leadership energy, and that is a blessing because not everybody can radiate that. Even leaders have to learn how to balance that out. But some people are just born with certain numbers where people go, that person sounds serious. I'm gonna perk my ear. That person's energy looks sturdy. I better pay attention. So yeah, you have that. Use that to your advantage always. Okay. Let me pull a card for you. Carol. Let's see what jumps up. See what jumps up. Okay, so what's nice, Carol, is you have, is always a lovely card. You have the movement, choices and decisions card. Okay, so basically it's saying make a decision. Don't overthink. Don't freeze over it. Sometimes it seems like we don't have the right variables. Sometimes it seems like we don't have things that would go our way. So it's a mixture of patience, but it's also a mixture of making a decision and letting life guide us as we move forward. So the number one thing coming forward is like live life. Live life. Even if you have to wait on some things, you don't have to wait on everything. Okay. Your 75th is coming up. My gosh, that's even more special. But it's kind of just like celebrating the important things in life, and knowing that it will take care of itself. So I encourage you, if you haven't taken a trip or celebrated or planned things to celebrate your 70th in a certain way, please do some extras. It's worth it. There's also acknowledgement. I'm not sure about this, but I have to talk about it. It helps me grow as a reader too. I'm just like really taken to these wedding rings in there. So there's an acknowledgement of an anniversary being celebrated or coming up around you too. Not sure what that is, but I just got to put it out there, whether it's you or someone else around you. I keep getting zeroed in on it. So Carol, you can let me know how that is relevant. We have to learn as readers too. I don't just take things at face value. I go, how does that fit? I don't know, but I'm just really drawn to it. Something like the knowing or the seeing or the feeling has to come with it. And if it doesn't come with it, I'll just go, I don't know. Okay. But this is a matter of trusting in God, trusting in the universe, whatever your faith is, that things are going to work out right, even if you don't have the right variables. Enjoy, celebrate, please. Okay. All right. And in memory of, I really feel like in memory of too, as well as coming in. So someone will be acknowledged at your birthday that is no longer with you, as they're right there beside you. It's almost like a chair will be there for them, if you can understand this. A chair will be there for them. It's like we're celebrating with them, even though they're not with us. Carol, thank you for the positive words and readings. Rings are not relevant. So there's no one around you that's having an anniversary. Again, this is how I learned. Like I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure, remember, on this one. So if you can say, Kelly, no. And I'll go, great, because I didn't know either. but is anyone around you in your family, do you know if an anniversary was celebrated? Dang it. See, the rings mean something. I just can't figure it out. They were in the card. Maybe it's just me going, But okay. Thank you, Carol. But you can understand the celebration of there is going to be a seat honoring someone who has passed. And it's like they're going to be with you at your 75th, if you can understand that. Thank you. Okay. All right. Kim and Carol are 2 days apart. Yeah, and Charlene is in the mix too. Kim, Carol, and Charlene. All the birthday babies. All right. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. All right. Let's go to Charlene. I just got to do a couple quick ones and then I got to pop off. All right. So, Charlene, this is really great. So, I got the Rejoice and Celebration card. So, this is basically a nod to the hard work that you've been doing, that it's all coming together. And again, sometimes when we work hard, it feels like the pieces are scattering and you're just like, it's not coming together. When is it going to come together? And really your efforts are coming into a place of harmony. So this is like a very good time. It feels though like it is. Can you understand this? It feels like you've been taxed. It feels like you've been worked. So you feel like, gosh, this is a lot, but it's actually coming together quite nicely. Okay. Also, there is an acknowledgement of please rest and rejuvenate. So even though things are coming together nicely, it's basically saying you're not going to be able to hold everything up unless you rest. Okay. Good things are here, sure, but things could be amazing, but if we're fried, we're not going to fully enjoy it. We can look back and go, God, that was an amazing time. I wish I could have enjoyed it. All right. So rest and rejuvenate and take care of yourself. And then you can really be present with what's going on around you. You can grow, you can learn, you can expand, you can take in. This is also a healing time for you, and allow yourself that healing journey. Allow yourself to go deep. Allow yourself to have quiet so you can sleep deeper and better. Okay, so this is what comes up for you, and you are understanding parts of yourself that need to come forward in order for you to make these changes. In order for you to go forward, you're going to have to invest more time into yourself. And that's currently a little bit wonky. You are, but there's other things that need to change, and you're going to have to make sacrifices. But with all this energy, regardless of if it's easy or hard, or things are like topsy-turvy, you have a lot of good energy right now and a lot of good circumstances coming to you. But thank you for understanding it. You're saying yes, absolutely. Okay, so rest, rejuvenate, and actually enjoy it on a deeper level, and continue to heal, please. All right. I like Evelyn. She's like encouraging her to travel to Hawaii. I love that. Kim, I'm going to pull a card for you, Kim. Cool. We got the Hope card for Kim. Beautiful. This is about coming into a place of understanding, coming into a place of faith, coming into a place of optimism, and like holding that torch within and letting it burn, even when we feel like it's snuffed out. It's like the eternal flame of the spirit. Like kindling that, and also knowing that you're not alone even when you feel alone. So like for me, I'm seeing like community and light pouring into you, and like angels and guides healing you in your sleep, coming to you in dreams. So, and you're like, oh yeah, oh yes, I need that. You also got the Truth card. And you got in a placement where you know what the truth is, but at the same time, it's almost like things are not sticking. Okay. So sometimes our brain and our head just doesn't do what it needs to do. So that's really frustrating. So I feel like that's in the mix. I feel like your brain needs to detox. I feel like your nervous system needs to detox. I feel like you need a flush on the system. A flush on the system, like salt, detoxify, and then you need sunlight. And oh, look at that encouragement for hope, sunlight. But it's basically saying like what's important, what's right, what's good, and it's just like don't let anything else, like don't let how the world looks and how things are going on in your life, like the external of the current reality, ever change the way that you know your truth and you feel your hope and you feel your spirit. Like this is, the physical and our circumstances, those are temporary. How we feel is temporary. Our spirit is eternal. So don't let momentarily difficulties or inconveniences or things that feel like I must not know what's going on take away from what you know. Unshakable, right? So this is a card of getting in touch with your heart, spiritual union, and getting in touch with other people who are like-minded souls, and having further support with who you are. Continue to invite that in, and continue to ask Spirit to send you to the right people. And at the end of the day, Something that's coming up for me is letting go of habits that don't serve you anymore. So this is, staying up too late. This is certain things that don't resonate with your body. This is about even like getting distracted away from your mission. This is even talking to people that you feel like you don't really resonate with anymore. Okay? Let them go. All right, Sierra, and then I gotta go. Sierra, I'm pulling for you. Hello. Let's see what card comes up for you. Yes, staying up too late. No more soda. Okay, cool, yeah. There's like healthy alternatives. Like Olipop is healthier. There's no sugar in that. And it's like, it's sweetened with Jerusalem artichoke, marshmallow root, like herbs. Right? Or like sparkling water with natural flavoring. We gotta get creative. We gotta get creative. But good stuff within our body. Absolutely, my friend. Back at you, Kim. Sierra, you got the solar plexus card as well. Also with spiritual strength card. So this is about surrounding yourself with energy that supports you. Okay, so reorganizing your daily routine, reorganizing the energy in your room. The things in your room could serve you, but like maybe it's time to reconfigure where everything is, like the bed, the chair, the desk. Something about the desk, the chair in alignment with the bed. Taking things off the walls, putting new things on the walls. And again, changing habits to support you. Okay? Like our spiritual strength comes from within, but we're also affected by outside things, and things can deplete us. And so I see this purple ring of energy, and it's like, I want your ring of energy supported and not impeded upon, so you can easily lift up challenges. Okay? So it's talking about how you have to strengthen what you know and want to help you within the world. Make strides within that and have epiphanies every time you succeed or fail. You just go, oh, interesting. Glad I tried that. Oh, wow, that was difficult. Okay, at least I know. Oh, wow. All right. That was easier. I'm glad I tried. Whoa, I didn't expect that to happen. So, life is a carnival. Play some games, but that's a metaphor. Okay. I send that to you with love, Sierra. Everybody, I love this. Evelyn saying you are not alone. Everybody, you are not alone. Please reach out. Please connect. Please know that, we are all connected, even though we are human. And there's a lot of compassionate people who are here at Sacred Spiral that the reason they are spiritual people is because they've surmounted and gotten through so much within life that they believe within this work, and they believe within the healing journey and within their own spiritual journey with all their hearts, that it's worth it to keep traversing and keep putting one foot in front of the other with life's grand adventure. That there's more healing in store than less as we go forward. So, Sierra, lots of love. Kim, lots of love. Evelyn, lots of love. Carol, lots of love. And everyone that I read for as well. Michael's coming in. I read it for some shenanigans. Yes, I am, Michael. I'm coming on over. I will see you in just a second. And if Jen is in the room, tell her I'm coming over too. So with that said, everybody, please go with love, luck, and light. And don't forget to live. I am being summoned by the medium MC and Jennifer Lee. Take care. Bye.